Hello again. I'm currently trying to figure out what to really do today. I said I would be making like a storage stuff, but I have been thinking. The item wall just has like per blocks 20 slots, right? I'm pretty sure it's just 20 slots. Yeah, it's about this. And I'm not really sure if this is that much more efficient. I've been thinking, do I have refined storage installed? Are we ready for this yet? I don't actually think we are. That's the thing. I think I will be starting with Mechanism. And there's another, like, if we want to go into storage, I think we might get into Mechanism first a little bit, so we can automate on some stuff for fine storage. But then there's another issue I just realized, and that is we have a lot of XP. Luckily I haven't died yet, but we got our stars away, and I'm pretty sure we have created enchantment industries we can actually use. And I'm not sure if there's like a drain for this specifically. Alright, it looks like we could use an experience hatch. And it looks like I just use a block of experience on you, and how do I get you? Right, I still have to get experience for that first. The same for this. I'm gonna have to figure out how do I get this in the first place. Alright, so obviously I need somehow need to get nuggets of experiences, so I guess I will have to be crushing some ores or something. So to get started with that, we need like a mechanical crafters, which means we will need a bunch of more redstone. I believe we have mined a lot of redstone yesterday. Oh yeah, we do have. So I guess this might not be too big of an issue. I think we need how many for a crushing wheel? 21 mechanical crafters. Yep, that is going to be fun. I think we just about have enough redstone for that. And I need brass casing. So yeah, we are really entering the brass age now. And we would need 7 of those. Fine. More of those. And I guess we will be crafting some mechanical craft. Alright, I have my brass. You know how satisfying this is gonna be. Bum 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 bum. I don't know why I made those noises. Brass age. Might make use of one of those. We already have like, okay, 3. We have 3 already. Hold on. Might as well make use of the spare crafting tables you just have laying around. I am pretty sure I need to polish this rose quartz. Sandpaper. Yeah, this is content. Hell yeah. Bop 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 bop. Got 21 of those. There we go. Diamond shot. Hell yeah. I could. By the time I found the diamond shovel, I could probably have used any other shovel. Now we can make those crusher thingies. What do I need for this again? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. How much is that? 16 for those. And this will give me how many? 2 of them. Perfect. So we need 16 andesite alloys. Why is my right click broken? What the hell? Alright, now we need to hook this up with power. Vertical gearbox, shaft, and that's a shaft small. Oh, this is hooked up. And we overstressed again. Fantastic. Let's add more water wheels. Fantastic. I can open this chest. Dang it. I didn't think this through. I need to replace this with like a barrel or something. Alright, I did need a bunch of andesite alloy, but I did manage to hook it up at least. Right. We wanted to do all of this to like crush ore, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we can still smell it or wash it afterwards. I like the implication of getting redstone actually. Yeah, let's crush this. We're just gonna crush enough for the sake of getting those experience chunks we need. I think we need exactly... How much was it again? We need like an experience hatch, right? This needs 1 block of this. So if you were to crush iron ore... Alright, I think crushing 35 seems actually pretty reasonable. And this should give us like some experience nuggets. Right, and while it does that, we might need to make those fluid tanks. I just realized we could also probably... But I'm not actually sure if we can put whatever we get directly into an mechanism fluid tank. But yeah, anyways, we need a fluid tank. I think I'm just going to make like 16 of those. Right, so for a fluid hatch, we need to get an item drain. That's copper casing, which we just... Okay, that's actually very easy. Hold on. We need to place this down. Now let me get any kind of axe. Bam. Do this. Done. Then I'm pretty sure for like iron bars, we just need to do this. Fantastic. We can do this, and we have a fluid hatch, and this is nearly done. This is already done as well, and now we got block of experience. We got my barrel, we got my fluid tanks, so yeah, we got fluid tanks, and then we're gonna do this, and then bam, 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 and then we do bum, 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 and now we're gonna put this, bam, bam. Now we can do this. Our experience is finally stored. This is... I just realized this is way too overkill. We would have been fine with just the... Anyways, and the next thing actually isn't storage. I don't like the idea of using item vaults for now because it's just like significantly less storage than we have right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually continue with Mekanism. So we left off with the metallurgic infuser. I'm pretty sure the next step in progressing with Mekanism probably have to make those machine casings next. There's another thing we can do. What does it take to make a solar panel? Right, we obviously need to be a little bit more advanced for that. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. We just need a bunch of osmium and stuff like that. That is fine. I think I'm gonna make one of those. And what I'm also gonna do is... Actually didn't expect to be able to pick this up, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make a bunch of cables. So in order to make cables, I will need some steel ingots, which we can make by creating the steel dust, which we can make by enriching iron with carbon, and then we can also make with enriching just iron ingots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab like... If we use an entire stack, I think that's a bit overkill. Let's just go with like 12 for now. So let me grab some... I hope I can just use charcoal. It appears to be the case, yes. And I appear not to be able to use... Let's just make 2 of those. Then after which we are just going to... Oh, we're running out of energy. I hope this is just about enough to make 2 of these cables. Ah, I'm just gonna make like a stack of charcoal. Oh, thank you, game. Thank you. Yes, very nice to give me rain right now when I need to power a heat generator. I just realized a wind generator might actually be easy to make. I think I'm gonna do that next, like after I've made my cables. I just realized we have... Wait, hold on. We can make a bucket, right? Hold on, hold on. We already have a bucket in my inventory. Hold on. I have an idea. I should not be using andesite for that. Hold on. I'll get some dirt and I will get some lava replay. And what we can do is we place this here, and this here, and we're generating passive energy. Oh yeah, now I'm cooking all of this for no reason. Fantastic. Wait, what else do we need for those cables? Just a piece of redstone. That's fine actually. Any moment. Any moment. There we go. I will like completely move the heat generator. Like over... here, like so. Put lava in there, like so. And now we can move this back by 1. I'm no longer interested in the chest here, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, I'm gonna remove all of this. We got our steel. Now we can do this. Basic universal cable. I just realized this is so not... Hold on. I think I've replaced all of this like so. Right. Now we can place our thing like so. Rotate it. And I'm gonna put the wind turbine over there. Right, now let me create a bunch of other things which we will need. So for the wind turbine, or wind generator I should say, we will need 2 of these energy templates, which means we will need 2 infused iron alloys. So that is gonna be 2 copper, like so. Actually, how much do I need for those energy templates? So we need 2 of them, so that's actually 4 copper ingots. This is gonna take a while. Right, anyways, I'm gonna go through what I will craft. We will need 2 of those. I will craft those basic control circuits using some osmium and 2 redstone each. And then we will need 3 osmium and 1 more fused alloy actually. So let me grab some more. Ah yes, the alloy that started it all. Right, we got 5 of those. So I think we can now craft those, right? 2 energy tablets, that is the first thing we need. We need to wait for all of this to finish. So after that, I'm gonna use this osmium I made, and this should be done soon. Like, well, whatever the hell I mean with soon. Able to craft those wind generators. We really just need this to be done. But yeah, anyways, after this I'm gonna make an enrichment chamber, because with that we can essentially get a lot more out of our ores. And after this we're gonna make an energized smelter, so we can craft, like, smelt things for free essentially. This is really taking its time, doesn't it? And we can now make a wind generator. Just like so, and energy isn't gonna be a problem for a bit. Oh yeah, look how fast this is. Oh, I like that. I love that. Hell yeah. Now we're gonna focus on making that enrichment chamber, and this should all go way faster now. So, for the enrichment chamber, we need 1 of those steel casings. We need to make 4 enriched carbon, and then we will need to turn this into steel thingies, and then we will need 4 glass. Right, and speaking of smelting, we'll also have to smelt all of this dust right afterwards. Right, we got this, we can make this casing over here, and after that, we have our enrichment chamber. Fantastic. Now when we make this energized smelter, right, we can save a bunch of carbon now. Hold on. I will enrich this carbon, and this will give us 8 of this. So now if I throw in this 4 iron, it will be the perfect amount for 4 steel ingots. I still need to smelt more sand, that's actually very sad. But after that, we should be able to just smelt it without losing any more coal afterwards, so that's at least something. Right, we also need 2 osmium. I think I'm gonna make more than just 1 circuit, actually. Do we have enough osmium for that? I do not believe we have enough osmium. That is actually kind of bad. Okay, we have to be conservative then. I will still enrich this. Don't get me wrong. It does kind of suck that we have to waste a little bit. Could have made 4 circuits with that. Steel casing, we got that. Now I'm pretty sure we still need 2 more glass. Got our circuits. And we have our energized smelter. We will never again have to use these furnaces. Isn't that great? Right, what would I need for a digital miner? Right. This is the kind of thing I will want. So, we need a bunch of different things. For one, someone need to get to the atomic alloy age, and if I look at this, right, we need atomic alloy. For this, we will need refined obsidian. So, we will need refined obsidian dust, for which we will need obsidian dust, and I'm pretty sure we could use the create one, I just noticed. This is probably easier to make, but I will need to see. We need a crusher. This will need 2 lava buckets. Alright, sure. I mean, why shouldn't a recipe just for a machine just include 2 lava buckets? Like, I'm not gonna question the implications of that, like why, like obviously this is not gonna be consumed or anything, or is it like used during the crafting process? I don't know. I'm not even gonna... I really don't know. I don't understand. Oh, why are the skeletons here? I'm surprised our sword isn't broken yet. Ah, there we go. I forgot where our lava is. I think it was about... There we go. Right, what was the other stuff I needed? Right, more steel casing. Amazing. Right, since our digital miner is our end goal, which we'll need to mine a bunch of stuff right out of the earth. Right, we will need this. We will need a bit more of osmium, I just realized. I think I will go mining for that with the... I'm not sure if I should use the drill for that. I'm probably gonna use the drill for that. Maybe not, actually. At what height is osmium? I'm gonna Google this real quick. It's all the old textures everywhere. Oh my god, please update your wikis. Alright. I'm looking at the literal source code for where to find those ores, right? Okay, so height 72, below, and then like from -24 to 72, it is like a trapezoid. It doesn't look like it has the most there, or then at height 30. I think it's kind of everywhere, but I feel like the most is like at around minus 24 to 56. And then I think like the middle of that, I might be completely off there, but like a rough estimate from looking at the source code is where we'll find the most at around there. The seal casing, and then I'm gonna go down, mine a little bit of osmium. Right, I got a bunch of osmium right now, like 37, and I realized I missed some over there. I already also ran out of torches. Oh, gold. I also need that, I think. But anyways, I think I have enough. And I could imagine that I probably need a better energy source for this afterwards. I don't think like one wind turbine is gonna be enough for a digital miner. They do need a bunch of stuff. Let's go back up and make the stuff we need. Yeah. Alright, I got like 41. But this time we gotta be able to use the enrichment chamber. Yeah. Now we can make turn 3 into 4. I'm pretty sure there's a way to further process this in the future. Right, we would need a purification chamber, I think. Oh no, we need a chemical dissolution chamber. Alright, we're gonna enrich this redstone. Put this in here while we're at it. And now we can do this. And while we're at it, I'm gonna use a little bit more, so we don't waste any. I really do not like wasting this redstone here, even though it's like just a tiny bit inside. I really do not like it. I don't know how to explain it, but I just straight up don't like it. Crusher. Right, what could I do with you again? I forgot why I made you. Now what would we hypothetically need next? Right, for the atomic alloy we got this, right? Okay, so you technically just need diamonds. Alright, sure. So we can only use a limited supply of this, got it. And for you, okay, we can actually already make a digital miner, I think. We just need a bunch of ender pearls. There doesn't happen to be a way for me to craft those. We can barter for those. That being said, yeah, we do have 4 of those over there. And we could try to barter for more. I feel like there needs to be a better way to get those though. I guess we would have to kill endermen or something like that. We need 2 of those, so that we need ender pearls. Also need a steel casing. Alright, I think we're just gonna spend a lot of time making the materials we need for digital mine, and once that is done, we're gonna get a bunch of ores out of that. And I think after that we're gonna create a ore processing. And I realized there's another thing we can make already. Let's look at a jetpack. Right, we just need a bunch of tin. Oh, we could already make this. Right, let's make a jetpack. And may as well go with the armored jetpack as well. I'm pretty sure we need a combiner. No, this actually works. Never mind, we don't need a combiner. This is very easy to craft. Hold on. Jetpack, bop, 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 bop. And then we need tin. And then the other thing is we need 2 steel. I will make a bunch of this while I'm at it. Hold on. We will need a bunch more than 8, I just realized, for the armored version. Oh well, whatever. We still need to make hydrogen, so we can actually use this thing. Not the factory must grow hydrogen, but this hydrogen. So we will need an electrolytic separator. It's actually not too bad to make. Hold on. I'll focus on the jetpack itself first, and then we can make the electrolytic separator, and I will probably also need a pump for this to work. Specifically, we will need this electric pump. Also very easy to make. We already have like 2. Well, we don't have infused cell. We really do not have an energy problem yet, huh? That's nice. I'm also gonna upgrade this soon, I think, to like in basic tier energized smelter, so we can craft things a little bit faster. And then we have the jetpack, and we will upgrade this soon to the armored version. For now, let me focus on making the pump. So what are we currently lacking? We need 2 infused alloys. Alright. That's not how you make this stuff, is it? I forgot. Ah, that's embarrassing. You use copper, right? I nearly made the completely wrong thing. Now we got an electric pump, like so. Slap. I'll place it. I'm gonna need a help block for this, like so. We will have to connect this with some cables or something. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I think I'm gonna use a basic fluid tank for this. Because we might need a little bit more in the future. Now I need some cables. Right, we just need to infuse a little bit of iron again. Oh wait, we do have... I just realized we already have a bunch of steel dust. I nearly made more. Let's make cables. Up, this should be enough. Right, this is already filling up. Very nice. And now we're gonna need to make an electrolytic... I'm not even sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. That's always a great sign. But yeah, we need an electrolytic core, we need gold dust, and pretty sure the other thing was iron dust, right? And we will need 2 osmium dust. We'll have to put all of this into a crusher. Alright, we got our electrolytic core, but now we're missing exactly 1 infused alloy. No, let's just throw in 1 in there. What could go wrong? I mean, it's just 1. 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 It doesn't hurt. It's fine. Alright, now we got this. I'm not sure where to put you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put you over where do I put you? I want to very cleanly separate this. Right, there we go. I'm pretty sure we can... Right, we can input from the top. That's important. Alright. So that means we can make those pipes over here. Oh, this uses the bucket. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna connect this and hope it's enough. Can I... Okay, no. Can I do this? No. Can I do this? Okay, the crane winch doesn't work on it. That means we will need a configurator, which is very easy to craft. And now what I will do is... I will say pull, and now we can have this, and I will be dumping the excess oxygen for now. But now if I put this in here, we can fuel up our jetpack. Oh yeah. And we are properly using our energy now. Oh dear. I hope that once this is done, it's gonna very quickly regenerate. Or this is using a lot of energy. I guess while this is going on, we may as well do this. Bam. This is fine. Bop, 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 bop. And we have an armor jetpack instead. Hell yeah. And after that, we're gonna work on these 3 runners so we can actually take that full damage without having to worry. Like, we can fly around without having to worry about the full damage. Right, we got this. We've got 2 of those. We can make the 3 runners perfect. And now to make the armored 3 runners, there we go. Now this also needs to charge up. I'm gonna put it in here. This is gonna take a long time until this is gonna fill up. Right. Well, the next thing I will need is, for the full mechanism set, is the atomic disassembler, and this will need a little bit more work. Right, first things first, we need... Well, let's start with the most complicated thing. 1 refined obsidian ingot. We need an osmium compressor, and to make 1 of those, we will need 2 buckets. That's probably the easiest part. 4 infused alloys, and 2 of these advanced circuits, which means we will need more infused alloys. God dang it. Probably like 8 more, and we will need more steel. God dang it. A lot of crafting. I think I'll be... And I noticed we will need osmium. Alright, that's actually pretty easy to do. I put in the wrong material in there. That was supposed to be copper. God dang it. Anyways, we got the circuits. And I believe we have everything we need. We just need to make our steel casing. Oh boy. Right. We will need to smelt 4 more of these. We will need to enrich some coal. Right, here we go. Now we can make this. And we have our osmium compressor. We're gonna place this down. And this can take a lot of energy, holy shit. Anyways, we have this. And now we can make our refined obsidian, which we can make using... Well, we need obsidian dust, obviously. So we're gonna crush some obsidian. Oh yeah. We can make a bit. Let's make like 4 of it for now. I think that should be enough. Now there are 2 ways we can crush this. One way is we gamble and we use this. Or we make the predictable. Use the predictable method. I think I'm gonna use the predictable method. Let's use the crusher for this then. Like the Mekanism crusher. So this we need to turn into refined obsidian dust using diamonds. This feels kind of painful. Let's enrich that diamond. Right, we got our enriched diamond. How much can we infuse of this? So this is 80 right now, and 1 uses... Alright, we can use quite a bit of this then. We can like make 8 refined obsidian dust then. Right, that means we can use an osmium compressor. Let's see. How many do I need? 1 seems to be enough. Right, so this is one of the things we needed. Then we need an atomic alloy, which we make using refined obsidian, which is... At least we can enrich this, I suppose. Let's try enriching 1 of this. And this, we also... Well, we'll also use diamonds for that. Oh my god. We're gonna start to like need a bunch of diamonds. Oh dear. First we make the infused alloy, like so. We'll need an energy tablet as well. But hey, at least after this we can say goodbye to a diamond pickaxe. We immediately have something better already. Right, there we go. Right, we need 1 of this. Oh, we will have to waste a little bit. We will have to waste a little bit. Let's throw in 3 more of those. Right, and now I can throw in this enriched obsidian and this reinforced alloy. And this is going to make the atomic alloy. Oh, this uses like a bunch. Right, how much does this use? Oh, we were just able to make 2 of those. You know what, this is fine. We do have a bunch of other things we now need to make, like more infused alloy, because I used a lot for making the reinforced alloy. A little bit more than I actually needed, but oh well. I believe over time I will need to make more anyways. So here we have our atomic alloy. So I will be back once I have charged everything, which is probably gonna take a long time because this needs to charge, which will use a lot of energy. This will need to charge, as will use a lot of energy. And this will need to charge, which will also use a lot of energy. Alright, so I got enough hydrogen for my jetpack. That's nice. Ouch. Yeah, I should probably not use it yet actually, because we don't have anything to stop us from taking full damage, because these things still need to charge up. And it still needs to catch up with this as well. I didn't really think that through. Anyways, this will have to charge up, and then I can actually use a jetpack, and this has to charge up, so I'm actually fully kitted out. Alright, there we go. Now that this is charging up, and once that's done, it will also charge up on this atomic disassembler and those running shoes. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have used the basic chemical tank yet, but I need something on the way to like recharge your jetpack, in case I ever run out of fuel. I'm pretty sure that's very understandable. But yeah, once this is full, it's gonna start charging up our items. Right, I have my jetpack, and my running shoes are fully charged now. I'm gonna turn this to, yeah, let's say regular mode, my boots to safety, because that way they already take no fall damage. Hell yeah. Alright. Officially fully kitted out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make a screenshot of that. Preferably one without the rain actually, hold on. Alright, in case you're completely caught off guard that I'm suddenly in a creative war, that's because I'm ending the episode right here. Turns out I recorded way too much. In fact, I recorded so much, I had 3 hours of footage. And I usually just work with 1 hour footage and I trim that down so it's like below 30 minutes. Anyways, if you don't want to miss out on the stuff I already have recorded, then make sure to subscribe. And in case you haven't noticed already, I have recorded with a pretty low quality. And that's because I have a graphics card which is like 10 to 13 years old. Like it's a decade old. It's not even supported anymore. I run an Nvidia GT 710. It's like, it's dead. The graphics card is way too old. I might need your help. So essentially, if you go down in the description, I have a Ko-Fi link where my situation is described in greater detail, but essentially, I am raising funds to order a new graphics card, like about 400 bucks, and we are already at 5% for a goal reached. So if you just have money laying around which you no longer need, you can donate, and you might even get a chibi drawing of your character or whatever, or get a custom OST made by me. Yes, thank you. And yeah, that's where I end the episode. In the next episode, I'm gonna do an all processing. I know that I will do it because I already recorded it. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.